It's Friday, bitches. We are back with our Freestyle Friday session. Right into the weekend. And today I have a very special guest, the first interview in my show. Welcome.
Casper, the one and only, straight out of New York.
That's cool. That's cool. Happy to have you here.
Thank you.
And my first question to you, your name is Casper and is spelled differently. So please tell the audience how it's spelled and how you came up with this artist name.
Yeah, so you spell Casper Ka $PA, and funny story, it was actually my cousin's name initially, and he was using the spelling as it is in the show. You feel me? Casper the Friendly Ghost. And I kind of just bit off the idea real quick. I liked it. And as I got older, I realized that my life story kind of aligned with the TV series because, Casper is the friendly ghost with his older siblings or friends who are a lot meaner than him. And he kind of needs to adjust and adapt to their behavior. And I kind of felt like that aligned with my upbringing in New York. Being a young kid around all of the older cats and gaining, let's say, street knowledge from them and all that. So I thought that it was fitting.
So a lot of dollars coming, huh?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, it's not all about the dollars, but we need a steady cash flow.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. So what kind of music are you doing?
So I don't want to put myself in a box, but I think that I make music along the lines of hip hop for sure. That's where all my influence is from. But also alternative rap because I'm very melodic. I have heavy flow changes. And overall, I'm definitely a versatile artist.
So that's cool. So when did you start with your own music, or how did that whole thing start that you want to be an artist also as profession?
So I was initially introduced to music at the age of 9, and I could already recite a lot of artists' lyrics.
Woo! At 9 years old.
Crazy.
So you were rapping at your house to the lyrics
of like Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, a lot of classic artists. And as I got older, I was always just a fan, like rapping whenever I was doing little shit. And actually, me and my boy Albert would do battle raps. You feel me? Because he was always watching Smack TV. And I got into songwriting around the age of 17. And that's when I knew, okay, I really want to do this professionally and make a living from it.
That's cool. So you are from Queens, New York City?
Yes, sir.
And so, because now you're here in Switzerland with me, so maybe let the audience know how this, transpired.
Yeah, so long story short, I met this sweet little lady in Dominican Republic, and we were traveling back and forth to one another for quite a while. And basically, at the same time that I fell in love with her, I fell in love with Swiss. You feel me? It's a beautiful country. If you ever get the chance to definitely come visit. And I really felt that I could kick off my music career here and facilitate myself and start to build a solid foundation for what is now royalty is Perpetual Records, and just release music consistently. And so Swiss is now where I reside, but forever a city boy, you feel me? New York until I die. And it's just comfortable living out here. I'm living good. I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, everybody says New York City, the place to be for music. So I'm sure you heard it already. What are you doing here in Switzerland? But what I see or witnessed is you're really good snowboarder by now, and you also are snowboarding in your first official music video in the mountains.
hmm Yeah, Stop Hiding, my first ever officially released single. Check that out on all streaming platforms. I released my video on YouTube, and yeah, we definitely shot some scenes out in Locks, Switzerland. My boy Pistol Pete came out here to enjoy the sights.
Pilot Pete.
And yeah, I got some scenes out there. Nice little snowboarding scene and some mountain shots, and was definitely a good time.
That's so cool because snowboarding is nothing typical for Americans, I guess, and it's also you. If I'm right, you try to also have your American people listen to your sounds.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm forever gonna be tied into the States. That's anywhere where my main audience is held, you know. And I just feel like I connect most with the people from there, you know. Culturally, I love everybody. I feel like we all the same, but
I feel you.
yeah, but definitely my core fan base and where I'd like to do majority of my touring is in the United States.
That's dope. That's dope. So,
But real quick though, the snowboarding kind of just took a life of its own. You feel me? Because I went to college in Buffalo, and that was my first door opener to the world of snowboarding, and then I just became a heavy fan. You know, watching a lot of films with Travis Rice, Nicholas Mueller, Roman DeMarchi. You know, and like Nicholas and Roman just so happened to be from Swiss. So meeting you, being from Switzerland, that was kind of like a little dream come true. You feel me? And at the end of the day, I'm just trying to tie my love for snowboarding into the music, because you know everything's possible. You know, you don't need to always look at every challenging thing as an obstacle. It could be an enjoyable process to learn something new. So that's what I did. You know, I learned snowboarding. I'm getting really good at it, and we out here. You feel me?
beautiful story. Beautiful story. So, after your first single, Stop Hiding, you released another single, Pay Me. Very deep, meaningful song.
Yes, definitely showed my diversity in my creation of music, because it was very melodic and heartfelt. And I followed up Pay Me with Danger and released my album Omniscience, you know. So definitely building my catalog, and could definitely check that out on all music streaming platforms right now.
So, Omniscience was released in 2020, and were you also able to perform, because we all know what happened later in 2020 or almost a whole year. So, how was that for you?
Luckily, I released the album just before the pandemic hit, and was able to perform at Bosart Arena. So there was a fighting event, and it was basically my first main stage, you know, with a light setting and a heavy crowd. And the reception was great, man. It was an enjoyable experience. And then the following week, I released my album and went to a couple of clubs in Zurich City and started to promote that. And then, sure enough, it was quarantine time. Quarantine.
Yeah. So, I guess we are all happy when this is over. But cool that you were able to perform before that. So, what's coming next? Well, yeah, we're all excited to hear.
Yeah, for a fact. So I have a lot of new music on the way. Currently in the lab with the Zuma, and gonna be releasing singles regularly at the start of 2021. So you could expect new music, new visual content. You already see we getting into the interview game. So definitely just trying to feed the fans, keep people entertained while there isn't so much to do at the moment. But you know, it's important to stay active, stay healthy, stay motivated, and just keep it going, man. We're here, we're living a beautiful life, and shit is smooth.
I love that, love that. So, the song, the feature you're gonna hear is called Temple, and it's a feature with Casper. So, for me personally, it was it was created during a time I realized that we not always just can go fast. Sometimes because of different reasons, it maybe needs to be at a slower pace. But in the end, it's important that you're passionate about it, or you know what you want to do and you put in work. but not only about the tempo. So there we also come to the Friday wisdom. Do what you love and love what you do. Very simple today, and I think also that's what you're doing, right, with your music.
Absolutely.
And also me. So maybe think about this and vibe into your weekend. Thank you, Casper, for being here. Happy weekend. Enjoy the feature. Enjoy your weekend.
Hier comes tempo down. Und die anderen zählen die Riske. Hier comes tempo down. Und die anderen zählen die Riske. Ja, hier comes tempo da. Genau so wie ich's weggeh. Und die anderen sollen bitte ihres gehen. Gelassen, ganz für sie bossen. Jeder hat sein eigenes Limit, ist sein eigenes Spirit. Vielleicht ein bisschen langsamer als normal. Und dann morgen wieder ein bisschen schneller. Dann komm ich wieder aus meinem dunklen Keller. Jeder Mensch ist anders, einisch geht's gut und dann kann man. Und es wird der Oberhammer. Aber dann kann's auch Zeiten geben, wo du mehr Zeit für dich musst nehmen. So viel du brauchst, dann gibt's plötzlich nicht mehr, wo du musst. Nein, nur dich und dich. Und dann nehm ich mir die Zeit, die ich brauch, allein für mich. Ich geh in meinem Tempo und die anderen sollen die Riske. Ich geh in meinem Tempo und die anderen sollen die Riske. Ich geh in meinem Tempo und die anderen sollen die Riske. Ich geh in meinem Tempo und die anderen sollen die Riske. Yeah, let me go at my own pace, and you, how it suits for yourself. Let me go in my own speed to get what I need, but please let me breathe. It's all so fast, become so fast to pass, but I'd rather last in the moment right here to enjoy the breeze. Feel at ease, a moment to freeze. Take the time to feel the wow, just in and out, get me back to magic. Escape from the dramatic, stop the automatic, go back to classic, wouldn't be so tragic. My effect of magic, pay no mind to the pressure of outside. I know it ain't easy, but I prefer the easy peasy. Yeah, let me go at my own pace, and you how it suits for yourself. Yeah, let me go at my own pace, and you how it suits for yourself. Yeah, for yourself. Ich geh in meinem Tempo und die anderen sollen die Riske. Ich geh in meinem Tempo und die anderen sollen die Riske. Ich geh in meinem Tempo und die anderen sollen die Riske. Ich geh in meinem Tempo und die anderen sollen die Riske.
A star, a human being setting the bar, ready to take it as far as he or she needs to. Everywhere like we speed through, despite the fact that they told us to stop. Shoot for the top or end up a flop. Middle finger every bitch ass cop. Ain't a nigga alive who spit this hot. Blow it back on the whip and drift out the lot. Had a plot, knew I'd be making a lot of this cash. Prior to bowling, I was broke my ass. Man, it's time fly past. In the race, I can't afford to be last. So I blast past these haters and get straight to the bag. Proud to wear the Haitian flag, and you can't be mad. You can't be mad. Yeah, you can't be mad.
Yeah, let me go at my own pace, and you how it suits for yourself. Yeah, let me go at my own pace.